Crypto exchange OKCoin launching a $165 million a year-long pledge among VC firms called the Bitcoin Odyssey to advance Bitcoin adoption through Stacks, a proof of transfer blockchain that runs parallel to Bitcoin and allows for smart contracts. Participating firms include CoinDesk parent company, Digital Currency Group, GSR, and White Star Capital, among others. And led by co-chairs Alex Chizhik, head of listings at OKCoin, and Stacks Accelerator partner Kyle Ellicott. They join me now. Welcome, Alex and Kyle.
Thanks for having us.
Hi.
To have you.
Yeah,
all right.
us.
So tell us a bit about this pledge, and what it's all about. So Kyle, maybe you can go followed by Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. So we wanted to put together a pledge, as both of us have been involved in the Stacks ecosystem along with other ecosystems, and seeing the need for more capital to come into the ecosystem and support some of these growing projects and decentralized applications that we're seeing. And so we reached out and connected with a lot of the early investors in the Stacks ecosystem, those that saw interest in it as well, and decided to bring our powers together and provide our resources in addition to capital to deploy over the next year, as you said, $165 million throughout many different companies and projects building in the space.
Yeah, I just want to add that, look, for the longest time, Bitcoin has been seen as a store of value or the digital gold. And we believe 2022 and entering 2023 will catch the market off guard in a major way, in a great way. This is going to be the year of the renaissance of Bitcoin. And because of Stacks' ability through proof of transfer, as you mentioned, Christine, ability to scale Bitcoin and create a smart contracts layer on Bitcoin, we're going to finally see a renaissance of projects, applications, DeFi applications, NFTs, and so on, built on top of Bitcoin as a network. And we couldn't be more excited about that.
Alex, I'm curious because there are some Bitcoin maximalists who criticize Stacks and they don't believe it really is related to Bitcoin. It has its own blockchain. But tell me why you are convinced it is, and building on Stacks will help the Bitcoin ecosystem.
Sure, that's a great question. Look, as the head of listings, I'm fairly agnostic to which chain wins, but I will say the market will decide. So far, the market has been voting for Stacks as well as for Bitcoin. Ultimately, any asset that has a good layer on top of it, like Stacks on Bitcoin, accrues value to the ultimate bottom chain. And so those people basically looking over Stacks and saying that it doesn't accrue value to Bitcoin, I think are misplaced. Because Stacks is the way to make Bitcoin and bring it to mainstream adoption away from just a store of value into the mainstream, that the same way Ethereum, Avalanche, Solana, and a lot of the other smart contract chains have done.
You're right. With Ethereum, they have NFTs. DeFi has been booming. A lot of developer communities around Solana, Ether, and Algorand, Ethereum's so-called killers. So I wonder, Kyle, when looking at what needs to develop in terms of getting mass user adoption, what kind of projects do you want to see first going on Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think Alex called out a few of them, decentralized finance or DeFi, non-fungible token projects. We're also looking at the future of transportation, mobility, thanks in partner with the CityCoins protocol, bringing the world of crypto cities or just a blockchain-based technology into the world of civic, gov, and reg tech as well. So we're looking at those areas. Also want to see more around DAO tooling, and then bringing this into entertainment and gaming as well. But I think the crypto cities angle has a very unique opportunity ahead as we look towards the future.
Well, CityCoins is a very popular use. Mayor of Miami, Francis Suarez, loves Miami Coin. And it's a popular use on Stacks. But lately I noticed Miami Coin is plunging, and I wonder if you had any insights onto what's happening there.
I can give a quick insight, as Patrick Stanley and the community actually did an amazing community call just a few days ago, but there's actually some upgrades that are happening to the network to adjust for some of the pricing side of it. But from a technology standpoint and infrastructure, I mean, it is continuing to grow and thrive. On the accelerator and the fund side, we've seen a number of projects reach out wanting to start building or have been building pretty aggressively, and not just in Miami or New York, but some additional cities that are soon to be announced here in the coming weeks.
Can you give any hints?
I can say that there's been a few on the East Coast, there's been a few in the South, and then we've had some great conversations on Twitter Spaces that we've been hosting with mayors in the Midwest as well, which is very exciting.
All right. If I recall, I remember there was a vote, and I think Austin and Denver were in the mix, but all right.
Yes, Austin was. Yep.
Austin was, okay.
Getting after those alpha leaks, I love it.
Just to pivot to a different story that we're tracking, Alex, how are sanctions against Russia impacting OKCoin, if at all?
Look, it's a good question. I'm a Ukrainian American myself, and I just want to say, first of all, thank you for the coverage you guys have done around Ukraine. For those people, there's many ways of sending crypto donations to the country. We're a licensed exchange, and we follow all sanctions and all rules of law that are in the United States, as do other exchanges. I think this unfortunate geopolitical catastrophe is actually showing the bright side of crypto. It's showing how donations can help go to the refugees, to the people on the ground. It actually shows how refugees, those who've been fortunate enough, the Ukrainians, and frankly, some of the ordinary Russian citizens who have been invested in crypto, are able to take that money, and when they flee and cross borders, and there have been estimates of 2 million Ukrainian refugees and about maybe 200,000 plus Russian refugees actually leaving Russia, they're able to take their wealth with them. And so if any silver lining exists to this, again, tragedy, I hope that the world can see how crypto can actually empower the human spirit, empower freedom, and empower the ability to take wealth, and also empower the ability to transfer wealth to people in real time, within seconds, especially in the Bitcoin network. And I'm hopeful, of course. My heart breaks for my countrymen, but I'm encouraged to how this has shown crypto in a positive light.
Certainly. Just the other day, we reported Ukraine has raised as much as $100 million from directly to their own wallets arranged by Kuna Exchange, as well as DAOs and other crypto-focused funds. I wonder if you have any insights, Alex, into how crypto might be used in terms of how it's trading in Ukraine or Russia. Is it mostly retail users?
Yeah, look, I don't have the exact data off the top of my head. I know I think this has been fairly notorious that across the world, we've seen an increase in Ukrainian and Russian retail users going in and buying crypto. If this is a way for people, and it is a way for people to get their funds out of the country, preserve their wealth, which is an important part of everyday lives, all the more power to them.